A write-up somebody made here got my attention concerning that movie Love in Every Word. The person said that Chichi was wrong to have attributed or to be reminded of what about her father because of Odogu, and then trying to reject Odogu because of something related to her father. This is why I'm making this video. Have you gone through childhood trauma? Did you experience it? Are you part of the people that have one particular trauma, one particular thing that happened in your childhood that till today you cannot forget? It cannot leave your mind, and it affects your decisions, it affects your relationship with people, it affects so many things about your life. So many of us had childhood trauma. Yes, there are things that we saw, we experienced, we observed while growing up in our families, and sometimes it fuels as it makes you to be afraid. It makes you to be scared of something. Now that is why parents need to understand that when they're already having children, these children are looking up to you both as their mentor. The first mentor or the first role model a child has is the father and the mother. And that is why when you're making your decision of who is going to be your wife or who's going to be your husband, you take in consideration of those innocent kids coming to life. Is this the kind of man you want them to emulate his character? Is this the kind of woman you want them to emulate his character? Her character. That one will be another discussion for another day. But now, being that two of you are role models to your children, they begin to watch you, they begin to see how you interact with people, they begin to watch how the two of you are living. The father will begin to want the children begin to understand how the father is treating the mother. The children also will be watching how the mother is treating the father. Now all these things build up in their mind. Now let's assume something happens in their childhood, perhaps violence or something, and you think it's going to escape the memory of those kids. It can't be. In fact, even if, like, let me just take that for instance, if a female child that grew up in such a toxic environment like that, when any man comes around her and she just sniffs that it is like this person will be violent, you see them flying because of a childhood trauma. It has messed up with their mind. That you've not gone through it does not mean that people are not going through it. I know a lot of people that will say, I don't want to marry a man like my father, because they saw something. Perhaps they watched how their fathers maltreated their mother. Perhaps they watched how the father turned their mothers to punching bags. And now those things build up trauma. Now let's assume now the child now grows up and they say, oh, people from your father's side are always behaving like this. She will now be so careful not to have anything to do with anybody from such a particular place. Not because they are bad, but this is a mindset because of trauma. Trauma can do so many things to you. It can alter your decisions in life if you're not careful. That is why, as a role model to your kids, mothers, fathers, you are the first role model. Teach them something good, because there are things that we have seen in our childhood. Even me, as I'm talking to you right now, there are things that I cannot forget that happened in my childhood. And those things, sometimes I have some triggers. If I come around people and I sense something like that, you see me, I just withdraw myself because of trauma. Now, because you are not experiencing it, or you have not experienced it, don't think that people do not have such things going on in their life. And remember that in that movie, that aspect of Chiyoma's life was not even like entered into like that. They didn't want us to really know the story, whether there was much thing. But based on how the thing already happened, you should know that it wasn't all that smooth, and she didn't want to, at the end of the day, perhaps go through pains that her mother went through. So please, we need to really be making findings before we write up things, because social media is big. People are coming here to learn. What I'm here on social media doing and what you're doing here may not be the same, but we need to understand that We need to be passing right informations to people, okay? Trauma is not easy. Don't let anybody deceive you. Trauma. You see trauma? Oh my God. It can mess up with your mind for years. Unless God be so kind and brings someone that can wipe away that memory, those stored in data, and there will not be a mindset shift. You will see that you will get yourself. If not, it will be there messing up with your head. I just thought to share.